जयो गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। जयो गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दना व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुना तीरवनचारी। यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। 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 गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरहारी। जय गोपीजनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना। यमुना तीरवनचारी। यमुना तीरवनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज विहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
जयो राधा कृष्ण चंद्र राधे,
जय राधा कृष्ण चंद्र राधे.
जयो निताय गौरंगा जयो निताय गौरंगा,
जय निताय गौरंग, जय गौरंग, जय निताय गौरंग.
जयो प्रभुपाद
जय प्रभुपाद.
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरण भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतश्री श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये. नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 20th chapter, text number 38. प्रहस्य भावं गाम्भीरं जिग्रन्त्यात्मानमात्मना कांत्या ससर्ज भगवान् गंधर्वाप्सरां गणान् प्रहस्य भावगाम्भीरं जिग्रन्त्यात्मानमात्मना कांत्या ससर्ज भगवान् गंधर्वाप्सरां गणान् प्रहस्य भावगम्भीरं जिग्रन्त्यात्मानमात्मना कांत्या ससर्ज भगवान् गंधर्वाप्सरां गणान् Word to word meaning. Prahasya, smiling. Bhavagambhiram, with a deep purpose. Jigrantya, understanding. Atmanam, himself. Atmana, by himself. Kantya, by his loveliness. Sasarja, created. Bhagavan, the worshipful Lord Brahma. Gandharva, the celestial musicians. Apsarasam, and of the heavenly dancing girls. Ganan, the hosts of. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation. With a laugh full of deep significance, the worshipful Brahma then evolved by his own loveliness, which seemed to enjoy itself by itself, the hosts of Gandharvas and Apsaras. Please repeat the translation. With a laugh full of deep significance, the worshipful Brahma then evolved by his own loveliness, which seemed to enjoy itself by itself, the hosts of Gandharvas and Apsaras. Purport. The musicians in the upper planetary system are called Gandharvas, and the dancing girls are called Apsaras. After being attacked by the demons and evolving a form of a beautiful woman in the twilight, Brahma next created Gandharvas and Apsaras. Music and dancing employed in sense gratification are to be accepted as demoniac. But the same music and dancing, when employed in glorifying the Supreme Lord as Kirtana, are transcendental and they bring about a life completely fit for spiritual enjoyment. Om Ajnanathimiranthasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra Shri Shri Nitai Gauranga Ki Jai Shri Prabhupada Ki. Prahasya bhava gambhiram jigranthyatmanam atmana Kantya sasarja bhagavan gandharvapsarasam ganan. With a laugh full of deep significance, the worshipful Brahma then evolved by his own loveliness, which seemed to enjoy itself by itself, the hosts of Gandharvas and Apsaras. So, in these verses we can see how in the process of this material creation, Lord Brahma is creating the various elements which are characteristic of this material world. The characteristic of this material world is to put living entities into illusion. And the biggest form of illusion in this material world is the feminine form, because living entity under the influence of the modes of material nature he falls into illusion and he thinks that he can be the enjoyer. Living entities are constantly finding out various ways to only achieve this purpose of enjoyment, that he can become the enjoyer. Enjoyment through objects. Like for example, we think I will be happy, I will enjoy when I buy a nice car, when I have a nice house, when I have a lot of money, when I have power. So he tries to achieve that. He tries to gain these kind of things. And he gets it, and then he experiences some joy. So in the material world, the highest level of pleasure is the sexual pleasure that living entities can get. And for that, the feminine form is the medium. and he tries. So we can see here that how the various demoniac entities are hallucinated about this feminine form. Actually, this form is also not real, it's the twilight form, but that twilight form itself, they are thinking that this is the feminine form, and this can act as a medium for our pleasure, for our enjoyment. Actually, even if the form is real, the form itself is a form of illusion. Now, here form also is not there. In illusion, another illusion. So, it is a very big trap. It's a very, very big trap. And once you get trapped in that illusion, you don't even realize you are trapped. And Prabhupada gives various examples to illustrate that how this trap will actually kill us. It's a mindless thing. It will not take you anywhere, it will never give you any pleasure, but we start thinking that it will give, it will give, it will give, it will give, and then we are running, and then we collapse. We find out it is not working out, then it just ends abruptly. And this cycle goes on endlessly. There's no end to it. Prabhupada gives the example of the insects which are attracted to light. How insects will get attracted to light? You see? They go, touch the light, and they feel the heat. It is burning. Again they come back, again they go and touch. Again they come back, again they go and touch. Again they come back, again they go and touch. So this going on, touching, finally what happens? They all burn and die. That's why you see after some time in the light, down everything will be fallen dead. So this attraction between man, woman, man is also like that. And it is not that we don't know. We know which direction this is going to end. We know, and all of us know, that this is not going to end very well. But yet, we succumb to it. How do we handle this? The only way we can handle this is to engage in devotional service. We cannot by so-called jnana, karma, all these kind of things, we will not be able to overcome the powerful force of illusion. It is not that jnana we don't know. We know. Almost 99% of the people know. When they are indulging in an illicit affair, when they are indulging in illicit sex, the persons who are indulging clearly know that this activity, this action of mine is going to end up in disaster. It is not going to, I will not be able to escape. But yet he indulges. It is too powerful a force. Knowledge is there. Knowledge of getting into trouble, of misery is there. Knowledge is there. Especially in Krishna conscious community, they are fully aware what is the consequences of this action. Yet, even for a devotee also, it is very difficult, he indulges. He knows that by doing this, I am going to get into trouble. He very clearly knows. Yet he will do it. Yet he will do it. That's why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Vidvamsapi karshati. What is that verse? What is the full verse of that? Vidvamsapi karshati. He is not even a person of great intelligence, Vidwan. He is also overwhelmed. He cannot handle it. He cannot handle it. That's why Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, sometimes when we tell people also, there is no other aspect other than bhakti. Bhaktya mam abhijanati. People cannot get that. Why we are saying this is the only process, this is the only way. Sometimes people mistake it as fanaticism. Oh, you people say this is no, Krishna is the only way. Sir, bhakti is the only way. You have no other way of thinking. Because illusion is like that. You cannot overcome illusion just by the jnanic process or the karmic process. Mameva ye prapadyante mayametam tarantite. Krishna is saying, Mameva ye prapadyante. Only by prapanna, only by engaging in yes service. Yes service means Krishna's service. Only by that process can we be able to overcome the forces of illusion. Otherwise it is not possible. It is simply not possible. You will keep coming back. Different varieties of sense gratifications you will indulge. Just like Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Bhuvana Laka Punaravartino Arjuna. You will try varieties of sense gratification. Starting from the lower to the middle to the upper planets, you will want to experience different levels of sense gratifications. You see, every living entity is after sense gratification only. The worm in the stool, its goal is to satisfy its senses. The goal of the Apsaras, the Gandharvas is sense gratifications. Prabhupada is saying, the musicians in the upper planets are called Gandharvas and the dancing girls are called Apsaras. Just like we have rock stars, models. Here also we have. The Gandharvas and Apsaras are far better rock stars and models than this so-called models and rock stars of this material world. But ultimately, even the upper planet Gandharvas or Apsaras, their quality of sense gratification may be finer than the so-called material world. Everything is material world only, but in the upper planets of this material world, there is no any difference. Because the essence of this is the understanding is faulty, that I am this body. There is no spiritual understanding ki I am Atma, I am Satchidananda Vigraha, I am Amsha of the Supreme Lord. There is no that understanding. There is no Satchit Ananda understanding. There is only understanding that I am the body. Just like Prahlad Maharaj says, Kanduyane Karayorva Dukka Dukkam. It is like a itch. When there is itching, when you itch, you feel, wow, nice. But if you itch, you feel again like itching. Once you do, you feel like doing twice. Twice you do, you feel like doing 4 times. And then you itch endlessly. I remember when Ganga Narayan was very sick. His bilirubin level was so high. So one day I went to his room here. So he was having itching. And I don't know, we have all seen, he's rolling in that balcony. Poor guy. He's rolling, itching everywhere, body is itching like anything. So then I went to him, hey, what's happening? Oh, all the neem leaves, everything is putting and itching. He's saying, Prabhu, what to do? Then he's saying, Prabhu, get one knife. Cut off this hand. So much itching. So what is the lesson for us? Cut off this hand. What means what? Kill yourself. So actually, this sense pleasure is like that. You are actually killing yourself. That's why Prabhupada says, in modern civilization is what? What are they trying to aim? The aim is only to increase our various methods of sense pleasures. And that's why Prabhupada says this modern civilization is soul-killing civilization. By making sense gratification the primary goal, what this modern civilization is trying to do is kill the soul of the living entity. It just kills our things. Totally for a false purpose we are trying to satisfy that. So we must be very, very aware and redirect our urges in serving the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, we will end up killing ourselves. Because these tendencies are very deep rooted. Attraction for sex, attraction for the opposite sex, these are very, very deep rooted things. Hridaya Granthi, they are knots, very terrible knots. You cannot handle Hridaya Granthi just by knowledge, just by activity. Knowledge, activity cannot handle these kind of things. It's a very, very, just like you have a serious disease, big disease is there. Just by taking one analgin, one painkiller, that disease is not going to go. You need serious treatment. That treatment is going to be very, very painful. It is not going to be easy. If you think that I'll just pop one thing into my mouth on tablet and then finished, no. Yeah, it will give you relief for some half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours. After that, tabak, it will come again back. More and more and more. Until and unless you are really think that. That is why we say that we have the whole method to handle these things. People say, you people are too much here. Always Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Day and night you people keep on saying that only. You have no other thing than this. What is this whole day? Sometimes when devotees become new devotees, we have seen how when they start taking up Krishna consciousness and then there's chanting, their family members and other people come to us rushing. What has happened? His whole day, what is this? He is not doing anything else, he is doing only these things. Why is he become like that? He has become like a zombie. Actually, you don't even understand. You are a zombie. You are a zombie attracted to the so much of material world. But you are not able to realize what is Krishna consciousness. Why they are like that? Param drishtva nivartate. They are not able to have a higher vision. They are engaged in the lower tastes only. They have no param visha. That higher taste for spiritual taste is not there. And so many great, our Srimad Bhagavatam gives us the examples of so many kings, sages who have fallen trap for all these things. They were great achievers. They fell trap for all these things. Ajamila is a prime example. A pious Brahmana fell victim. Trigger. And one trigger. So that trigger, he saw immediately, mind dhyayato vishayan pumsam sangaste shupajayate. He started doing dhyana on that. Even great Yayati. Oh, he had a most beautiful wife, Devayani as his wife. Suddenly, somewhere he saw Sarmishta. And then he said, I'll marry. And then he was both of them fought. Then Devayani, who was the daughter of Shukracharya, she went and complained to her father. Then he cursed him. You lusty fellow, you have so much desire for all these things. I will curse you, you become an old man. So Yayati is cursed. And then poor guy, ultimately to indulge in sense gratification also you should be young and strong, no? So Yayati became old, weak. No dam to enjoy also. So then Yayati started crying, ayo, what happened? And this stupid fellow doesn't realize his miserable condition. And then he goes to his son and he says, can you exchange your youth for my old age? You see how much illusion one can get into. Doesn't matter. My enjoyment is what is matters. Father is asking the son. See how illusion will take one. All qualities we start losing. When we indulge in sense gratification, we don't know what we are talking, what we are doing. Because you become the enjoyer, you become the center of the world. Your world revolves around yourself. How you can come out of sense gratification? When you make Krishna the center. Your world revolves around Krishna. Maya means world revolves around me. So Yayati is thinking, he doesn't care. Oh son. No, even morally also. How can you ask, yeah? But you forget morality and all. Ajamila, he forgot morality also. Yayati also, he forgot morality. Went and asked. He has many sons. Only one son agreed, okay, I'll give you. You take it. Puru agreed, no? Same way Pururava, one more example which Bhagavatam talks about. He happened to see Urvashi, he got attracted to Pururava, was attracted to Urvashi. These are all anecdotes, these are all various examples that the Srimad Bhagavatam says, which gives that how. And then somehow by Krishna's arrangement, they all realize their mistakes, but it is just not knowledge. Just by knowledge we cannot overcome all these kinds. We may know all these things. We may know story of Ajamila, we may know story of Pururava, we may know story of Yayati. We may even know like whatever Prabhupada constantly keeps on telling the counter to all these kind of entities, to kind of all these kind of people, like Haridas Thakur. Prabhupada constantly gives the example. Haridas Thakur was never attracted, even when in the midnight, when the prostitute came to entice him. Haridas Thakur was not disturbed. You may know the story of Haridas Thakur, you may know the story of Pururava, you may know the story of Yayati, you may know the story of anything, but that will not help you overcome this desire. You will also fall, Baba. Knowledge is different from actual reality. Why? Because until and unless you engage in devotional service just by knowledge, it is not possible. Engage in devotional. What is the engagement in devotional service? Getting up in the morning, chanting Krishna's name, going out, engaging practically in Krishna's service. Put your senses into action. In positive Krishna conscious activity. You go, we meet people, we talk about Krishna, we engage in Krishna's service. Prabhupada said, we will build temples, we will do this activity, we will do that activity. Practical engagement. Keeping Krishna as the center. Our actions are surrendered to Guru and Krishna. In the mood of, when we are doing service also, sometimes in the service also, our mind tricks us into saying we are doing service, but what we may be doing? We may be doing our own puja, pratishtha, labha activity. Again we think, Prabhu, I did service, but I am again overwhelmed by all these kind of desires. Yes, you are overwhelmed because your service is misdirected. It is not directed towards Guru and Krishna. It is not on the mood of Gopi Bhartur Padakamalayor Dasa Dasa Anudasaha. If your actions are not on that platform of Dasa Dasa Anudasaha, you will fall down. It doesn't become service. Because you are actually doing service for yourself. You are doing for your puja, pratishtha, labha, for the satisfaction. You are keeping yourself in the center. Where is Krishna in the center? Where is Guru in the center? Where is Dasa Dasanu thinking? Nothing is there. You want to act on your own whims and fancies. That is not going to engage you spiritually. That is not the way we can practice Krishna consciousness. We need to think. Yes, Shrinvatam. Sometimes we think Shrinvatam, Swagat Krishna, Punya Shravana Kirtana, Ridantasto, Yabadrani Vidunoti. Yes, by hearing Krishna Katha, whatever is there in the heart will become purified. By repeatedly hearing Krishna Katha, our thought processes, our consciousness will become purified so that we can engage in the mood of Dasa Dasa Anudasa. It creates a platform for us to practice that principle of Dasa Dasa Anudasa. But, like Prabhupada says, you like the elephant, it goes into the water, takes bath nicely and comes out very smart, very nice, very clean. But as soon as it comes out, it will again take the mud and throw on its own body. And again make itself all dirty. This is conditioned living entity. He is conditioned to act. So that is why Prabhupada says, repeated practice, repeatedly practice, repeatedly hearing and chanting. Repeatedly hearing, chanting, hearing, chanting, hearing, chanting. Smaran nityam manityatam. We practice again and again and again and again and again. This is the method. So, our practice of Krishna consciousness, if it is directed in a positive way, we can engage in Krishna consciousness very nicely. Prabhupada is saying, the same music and dancing, Generally, music and dancing is for what? Our personal sense gratification. Or Prabhupada is saying the same music and dancing, when employed in glorifying the Supreme Lord as kirtana, transcendental, and they bring about life completely fit for spiritual enjoyment. There is enjoyment. There is spiritual enjoyment. There is material enjoyment. We need to aspire and work towards spiritual enjoyment. Material enjoyment means my independent perspective of doing things. Spiritual enjoyment means always dovetailed, always working under the instructions of Guru and Krishna. In this way, we can maintain our consciousness. Otherwise, we will be lost, we will be trapped. We have no idea what we are engaged in. Just like we can see in these last few verses that how demoniac people, some illusion is there. That illusion they are thinking it is real. And when they are seeing that illusion they are thinking as real, they are investing their feelings and emotions into it. And when you invest your feelings and emotions into something that is false, then you will be in deep pain. Just like, for example, when we make relationships in the material world, people keep on making a boy and a girl, they meet and they develop a relation, they develop a sambandha, and when they develop a sambandha, they invest feelings, emotions into that person. A boy will invest feelings, emotions into the girl will invest feelings, emotions into that boy. But after some time, they realize this is a third class fellow. So when they realize that this is a third class fellow, what happens? All the investment that I made, what happened to that? Gone. You realize just like you invested crores of rupees in a business, and then you realize entire business is loss. Actually, our scriptures are telling, invest your feelings and emotions in the relationship with Krishna. Don't misdirect that feelings and emotions in so-called material things. In so-called puja, pratishtha, labha, if you invest, you will realize very soon, it's a very, very bad investment I made. It is not giving me any returns, it is only giving me losses. And when you have losses, it is painful. Don't make yourself the center of any activity. Simple solution for not getting trapped into illusion. We are not the center. Ekala Ishvara Krishna Rasabhabritya. We are all servants. Only Krishna is Ishvara. Krishna is the enjoyer. This should be our mood. And that's what Prabhupada is saying. In that mood, if Krishna is the enjoyer, singing, dancing, anything can be done in the service of the Lord. We'll stop here if there's any questions, comments. Because we are not engaging in pure devotional service. Our engagement is mixed service. We are not in pure devotional service. That is why the results are mixed. Sometimes we experience, sometimes we find we are in illusion. The results also are like that. Our devotional service is mixed. It has got elements of devotion, but also it has got elements of material. So obviously results are mixed. Ye tamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajami. Krishna says, okay, you gave me one apple, but you ate two apples for yourself. So Krishna is saying, I will give you back only one apple. Sometimes Krishna is even more merciful. Although you gave him only one, Krishna gives you two. But then your expectation is Krishna should give me 10 after giving only two. That's where the problem is. So, we are in the process. We are in the process of devotional service. So, in the neophyte stage of devotional practice, it is very much the thing that we cannot expect that level of returns. There will be various things. So as devotees, we should be humble and continue to engage in devotional service and hope that Guru and Krishna, by their mercies, I will be able to rise up. Sometimes, see, the thing is that mainly our problem is we overestimate our spiritual position. We think ourselves that I have become somebody in spiritual practice. Whereas our real position is not at all to that level. That is why we should remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's instruction, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanena, Manadena, Kirtani. Our position is not that. We should be very humble. But generally, when we start thinking that I am doing devotional service, I am doing this, I am doing that, where are we doing? If you objectively think, we are so attached to this body. We are so attached to our ego. We are so attached to seek name, fame, respect for ourselves. We are not able to give up all those things, no? So where is devotion? Devotion means free from all these kind of things. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karma dhyanavratam. That is devotion. You don't have any other abhilasha. Are we like that? So where is devotion? So devotee means he is very introspective. He knows. He is within himself, he knows. So we are not under any, we should not be under any illusion to think that, oh, I am devotee or something like that. Yeah, you may have the dress of a devotee, an hairstyle of a devotee, a tilak of a devotee, all this is fine. But we confuse those elements thinking that I have now become a devotee. Or our years in devotion. But if you see in realistic terms, where it is, our devotion is very, very small. So obviously, with that very thin, just like for example, if you have a weighing machine which can weigh 10 kgs. In that 10 kg machine, if you put 100 kg, what will happen to the weighing machine? It will collapse. Similarly, our devotion by association of devotees, we have got some 10 kg weight of devotion, but our expectation is that 500 kg आ जाएगा उसके अंदर. So that is why we say, sometimes, like for example, when I see in online devotees, they talk big things, but we can make out this fellow's level is only this much. This guy is only this much level. But they will also attract neophytes. They will attract other neophytes. Just like, for example, we can see so many people are there. Like, for example, somebody is talking, Hindu. You ask him, what is Hindu? You ask him. He will not tell anything, he will not know anything. So, it's basically empty vessels make more noise. That is the reality. It's a fact that empty vessels make more noise. Because a devotee who is become more and more matured, he always thinks, I am not qualified. I do not have the qualification. He is always in that mood. Because it's a reality. It's satya. We are not qualified. So in that mood only can you actually move forward in devotional service. So where is the thing? I am doing service, Prabhu, but I am not. Where you are doing here? What we are doing? We are not doing anything. Externally we are thinking, oh, I am running around, I am doing, but consciousness wise, where is it? Our level of consciousness is so low. We are not. Okay, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Shila Prabhupada.